All right, welcome to Nerd Abiding. I am the old world. We are here in, as you can see, the outer world. This just launched for the public, and I'm just itching to play it. So let's get a move on. Okay, wow, that is loud. We're gonna get some settings here. And music, it's great music. So it looks like you... Oh, well, see, here's the thing. You can edit your key bindings for those of you that need to do that. But it looks like you cannot do custom controller buttons. I am using a Xbox One controller. Okay, well, here we are. The first things I'm going to do, of course, is make a new character. We're going to do that in a video. If you don't want to watch me make a new character, I'm sure it won't take very long. But if you don't want to watch me make a new character, then that'll be on a separate video anyway. So we'll just go ahead and get started. Okay, so character creation is actually fairly straightforward. It's a fairly simple system. It says cold down in the title of this. I'll be honest, I just spent 4 minutes looking over the character creation system, so sue me. Anyway, you have your basic things here. Body, got your strength, your dexterity, intelligence, perception, charm. Temperament is natural health regeneration. It's kind of like you're cool, I think that's how I'm interpreting it. And you have, as you see up there, 6 points to distribute. And it tells you which skills are affected there. And it's important to note, as far as I can tell, skills, all skills are affected by 2 attributes, a combination of both of them. So if you really want to min-max your way into this, you could make sure you get both of those to really start out as a strong whatever. But that's not me. That's not the kind of character I usually play. Normally, I tend to play intelligent and high social skills type people. And then I generally spread my stuff out. I tend to be a jack of all trades, master of none. And master of none should be emphasized there. Intelligence affects critical hit bonus damage. Long shot attack. Perception. Yeah, so what I'm thinking of is adding a point in everything except strength. You got 6, so you could just add 1 across the board. That would be, I guess, the average thing to do. But I'm going to go ahead. Intelligence is good. Perception good. Charm good. Temperament good. And then I have 2 left. Oh, and dexterity good. And I have 1 left to make very high, which I will. What's funny is the first time you go through all of this, if you get a very high or very low, the doctor here likes to make little comments. It's cute. I'm going to go ahead. This affects health regeneration, engineering, medical, sneak, charm, persuade, hack, medical, science, determination, plus 10% critical damage. I think I'm going to go with temperament. I could easily go with intelligence just for the critical, but I think I'm going to go with temperament. And then these are the skills. So you got melee, range, defense, dialogue, stealth tech, and leadership. When you're starting out, I guess these are, you put points into the skill, which covered, like for example, melee. You put points in melee, that will add I guess a percentage. I'm not sure exactly how the dice rolls work, but it'll increase one-handed melee and two-handed melee. And one of those might be higher than the other. As you can see, 200 melee, and that's because of my increased temperament, because that was part of it. So these are going to start out different, and so you have 2 points to sort of see what kind of skills your person starts with. So I'm going to go with dialogue. This character is likes to talk their way out of situations.
You could probably talk your way out of a landing ticket.
Well, that's very nice of you. And range seems practical, although stealth seems good too. I'm going to go with range.
We'll put those marksmanship scores to good use.
Reason being, I did this on hard. I'm not the greatest gamer around for FPS, that sort of thing. And even with the tactical time dilation that this has, I might need the extra help. And then I got aptitude. These are things that came from your past before you got on the ship to go to Halcyon. And you can read each and every one of these, but your basic things. You were a janitor, factory worker, safety inspector, scientist, sous chef. Our guy here, he was he always wanted to be that kind of, yeah, I know, it's an archetype. But he always wanted to be the sort of like roguish, kind of maybe just on the edge of the law, smuggler, pilot kind of person. And so he's hoping that getting out to Halcyon, he'll be able to make a new name for himself without the muck of his ill-spent youth. So I'm going to go with no discernible aptitude.
No discernible aptitude? We'll see about that.
Well, thank you. And gender. Now, our character here, I almost always in RPGs and action shooters like a Mass Effect, I almost always go for the female character. But since I'm going to be talking for this person, there is no voiced protagonist, I'm going to actually go with a male character as a rare thing for me. Head. Now, you can look at, you've got all these sliders you can do up and down, jaw, mouth size. It's not as limitless maybe as some games, but there's a lot of variation you could do in here. Or you could just do randomized. You could just do, whatever. I went ahead and looked through. That's roguish. It's kind of he's a little too pretty for my taste. Let's see. Nah. I think the one I came up with, this one. He looks like he's seen a few things. He's been around a while. Skin tone, I'll just go ahead and leave that. Simple. Eye color, I'm not going to mess around too much with this. I think it's a kind of a gray, a steely gray. And I'm not going to mess around with any of that. Hairstyle, 30 hairstyles for guys. That's pretty good variation. This is a character that thinks his roguish, messy look is actually charming to everybody, even though it may not be. So he does not have a well put together, a well coiffed do. He just kind of throws things back, and it's been a while since he's had a haircut. Hair color, basic brown. Not going to get too outside the realms of normality. That's fine. Facial hair, let's give him a little scruff because he doesn't shave very often, and leave that as that. Features, makeup, we'll leave that off, but let's dirty him up a little bit. That's good. He's been in the Looks like he's been in the belly of his ship working on things. Age, he's a little older. So I'm going to go with that. He's seen a few things. Next, now the name. The name we are choosing is Listian Montari. That is a kind of a ridiculous nonsense name, but it's one that I have a history with in RPGs. Maybe I'll get into it a little bit later, but that is essential. That is a character I have played before. Okay, and next, all right, and this just gives us a little overview of Listian Montari. Tells what he is and all that sort of thing. So that, my friends, is character creation. Now we go on to the go on and we'll watch the first episode and see how everything turns out. Like I said, it's simple, but it looks like it's a nicely customizable rule set. So we'll see how everything works once we do it. So please, I would love it if you went on to the next one, watch the first episode, let's see what this game has in store for us. And until then, y'all just keep on having fun, and I don't know, watch out for cryo sleep. Later.